Every year, the Community Foundation of Northern Illinois provides more than $3 million in grants and scholarships. These gifts are made possible by 6.5 decades of generosity from local donors working through the power of endowment. The organizations, scholars, and donors that work with the Community Foundation are innovative and inspiring. These are a few of their stories. The Community Foundation of Northern Illinois is the steward of the Friends of Nachusa Grasslands endowment. The Friends are also a two-time participant in the Community Foundation's Carol H. Starr Endowment Challenge, which matches $1 for every 3 contributed to a nonprofit's endowment. Through the Carol H. Starr Endowment Challenge, the Community Foundation has contributed $100,000 to the Friends of Nachusa Grasslands.
Before European settlement, 2/3 of Illinois was tallgrass prairie. And today we find that it's virtually extinct. Tiny shreds of prairie exist across the state. So we think it is of great value to not lose this unique habitat. Critical piece to having a successful, thriving, self-fulfilling prairie was bison or disturbance. And disturbance in that they do a couple of things. Bison graze on grass and they eat tall grass down to the nub. When they do so, it creates different structures for different animals, especially grassland birds. So some birds want to roost on or nest on the ground. Some want to be up this high, some want to be this high. Some want to be in thick, some want to be in thin grasses. It's created a really patchy mosaic of habitat. We're focused on endowment because we're long-term thinkers. Some of the seeds we plant we know are not going to come up for 8 years. So it was not a struggle for us to imagine that we should start planting now for what the needs might be in 10 or 20 years. The other things that the Friends do, of course, are to encourage the actual stewardship, the on the ground, the weeding, the burning, the harvesting, the planting. We encourage and support others who want to get involved in that activity. And then the third thing that we do is to support scientific research.
So this year we received a grant which provided us with a new drone. We're super pumped because that means we're going to be able to map out all of Nachusa, within a week. I have some friends that work in other states and in similar types of work, and I noticed that Nachusa's kind of become somewhat of this model for prairie restoration here in the Midwest, and that I always hear that people are like, oh, well, we should do what Nachusa's doing, like get the stewards out there, get involved, and I think that's, that's my biggest appreciation is they've just kind of almost started somewhat of a movement in prairie restoration. Once people come here, you're just instantly excited, you want to get involved. It happened to me as an undergraduate.
I mean, this is not a park, but it's no better place that I can think of to come and spend a couple hours walking through the grasslands and the woodlands and the savannas and just appreciating how beautiful life can be. I think that's powerful. And I think that borders on the spiritual. I think people come here for restoration of their souls, for peace.
Without donors, there's no community foundation. And it's really important for not just the community foundation, but we as a community to honor the people who have chosen to give back and give back in the profound way that they do through endowment.
To learn more about the Community Foundation of Northern Illinois and how endowments work to improve the quality of life in our region, visit cfnil.org.